Vladimir Putin, President of the Russian Federation, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, distinguished delegates, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to President Vladimir Putin for hosting the 16th BRICS Summit. This gathering represents hope in our pursuit of effective multilateralism to address the pressing global challenges we face today. As the newest member of the BRICS family, Ethiopia is prepared to engage constructively in fostering a multilateralism that serves both developed and developing nations, anchored in the principle of equity. Our world is rapidly evolving with a multitude of crises that demands wisdom and thoughtful approach. Excellencies, it is crucial to acknowledge that economic growth in developing countries is often challenged by unfair global financial systems. The imbalances in our global economic framework are driving rising inequality, inflation, and unemployment, making collective efforts more urgent than ever. The calls for climate action and climate finance continue to be ignored even as the crisis deepens. In the middle of these challenges, however, I see a tremendous opportunity in BRICS. With its collective voice representing nearly half of the global population and over a third of global GDP, BRICS has the potential to be a transformative force for a more equitable world order. Excellencies, intra-BRICS trade, investment, and tourism can ignite economic growth that not only benefits our member states, but also serves as a model for cooperation and solidarity in addressing global challenges. We must leverage our diverse economies and high growth potential to achieve tangible economic gains that uplift our people. Enhancing cooperation in the development of artificial intelligence is also essential. I strongly support the proposal made both by President Putin and President Xi on this matter. Furthermore, the expedited consideration of membership requests to the new development bank will serve to enhance alternative financing, particularly for infrastructure projects that are crucial to our development. I believe BRICS is uniquely positioned to galvanize support for a fair and representative multilateralism. Together, we can champion reforms that address the concerns of developing nations and ensure that their voices are heard on the global stage. Ethiopia, in particular, wishes to emphasize that the reform of the UN Security Council deserves our attention. We have confidence that the countries at this summit will prioritize Africa's representation in the UN Security Council, adhering to the common African position. This is not just about representation. It is about justice, equity, and ensuring that all nations can contribute to global governance. Mr. President, Excellencies, Ethiopia exemplifies the practical relevance of our partnership, embodying the hope and potential that BRICS represents. Our nation, now the third largest economy in sub-Saharan Africa, is endowed with a young and dynamic workforce, vast arable land, and abundant renewable energy resources. These assets present unparalleled opportunities for investment and trade, and our ongoing macroeconomic reforms have unlocked new avenues for growth. Our Green Legacy Initiative, which mobilized our citizens to plant 40 billion seedlings in 6 years, stands as a testament to our commitment to sustainable and climate resilient economic growth. Ethiopia is equally committed to ensuring food security, having become the largest wheat producer in Africa through enhanced productivity. Our investments in smart cities and tourism development highlight our cultural and historical richness, drawing visitors from around the globe. Therefore, I renew my call for strong intra-BRICS economic cooperation across sectors such as manufacturing, agriculture, energy, tourism, and importantly, artificial intelligence. As I conclude, let me assure you, Excellencies, of Ethiopia's unwavering commitment to actively participate in realizing our shared vision for a brighter future. Let us ensure that our partnership not only addresses our immediate challenges, but also lays the groundwork for a more equitable and inclusive multilateral world. I thank you.
Уважаемый господин премьер-министр,
Distinguished Prime Minister, I am glad to see you once again. Ethiopia joining BRICS is an important step and yet another confirmation of your country's authority on the international arena. We will continue promoting Ethiopia's integration into the group. Last year, we celebrated the 125th anniversary of the diplomatic relations, which are founded on a rich history and many years of traditions of friendship, mutual respect, cultural closeness of our people. In the previous years, we have built up political dialogue, establishing good cooperation between ministries and agencies. Our country's positions on the majority of global and regional issues are quite similar. We appreciate Ethiopia's support for the majority of Russia's initiatives at the United Nations. Russia pays special attention to the development of its relations with the countries of the African continent. We implement the agreements reached during the second Russia-Africa summit in St. Petersburg. We're expecting to see the new head of the Ethiopian Foreign Ministry at the upcoming Russia-Africa First Ministerial Conference in November in Sochi, in Russia. The chair of the Russian Federation Council, Madam Matviyenko, is ready to visit Addis Ababa in the upcoming months. We see growing trade volume, which still remains modest in absolute values, but still we see good dynamics in our trade. As of 2023, we have seen a 65% increase of the trade volume, and if we maintain this dynamic in the future, this would be a good signal, especially since the overall volume is still far from optimal. We would like to expand our cooperation in healthcare, scientific research. The Russian Consumer Agency is ready to provide a laboratory for our Ethiopian colleagues to make sure they can work together on various projects. We work in this format, we transfer the equipment and provide professional training. We provide assistance through international organizations as well. We pay special attention to the cultural and humanitarian links. Since the 1960s, over 20,000 Ethiopian citizens have received their degrees in Russia. Currently, we have about 200 students from Ethiopia studying in Russia, and in September, Addis Ababa hosted the Days of the Russian Culture. And this meeting, distinguished Prime Minister, is a good opportunity to have a detailed discussion of these and other matters of our cooperation. Thank you.
Mr. President, at the outset, I would like to thank you for the warm welcome and generous hospitality accorded to me and my delegation. Congratulations for such well-planned and extremely perfectly delivered summit. We are extremely happy in every second that we have spent in this beautiful city. Our meeting was very efficient, and I would like to congratulate you for such high-level delivery. Allow me to congratulate you for maintaining economic resilience during a difficult period. This period was not easy for Russia, but under leadership you have succeeded to maintain the economic resilience, which might be exemplary for most of us. Mr. President, it's a good time for most of us to come and to witness how Russia is doing in many fronts, including economy. And in our exchange, there are areas that we can clearly see if we work hard and continuously engage, we can increase our economic ties, diplomatic ties, also security ties. And thank you very much. I hope in our discussion we'll go into details of some issues. Thank you.
Благодарю вас.